Covering Colorado First right now, gun rights advocates are reacting to a proposed law that would take firearms from people at risk of hurting themselves or others.
The so-called red flag gun bill is one step away from the governor's desk tonight. Investigator Rick Salinger has spent his day looking into this, joins us now live from Lakewood. Rick.
Well, Karen, the state Senate passed the bill yesterday, and to many gun rights advocates, this bill, the red flag bill, is much like waving a red cape in front of a bull. Many gun owners are taking verbal aim at backers of the so-called red flag bill. If passed, it would allow the confiscation of firearms from those deemed by a judge to be a danger to themselves or others. If a judge says they're unstable, should they be allowed to have a gun?
Well, that very same judge could be deemed unstable if you push him the right way, him or her.
One of those backing the bill has been Douglas County Sheriff Tony Spurlock. Now there is an effort to remove him from office. Highlands Ranch attorney Robert Wareham filed papers with the Secretary of State's office to form a committee. Wareham told us the reason is Spurlock's violation of the trust of the citizens of Douglas County. The sheriff remains behind the red flag measure.
Today would have been Zach Parrish's 31st birthday.
That deputy was killed by a heavily armed man with mental issues.
This bill is about mental health.
He told us today the people want a sheriff who is going to try to save lives. But many of those who use firearms believe passage of the bill would be an infringement on their rights.
I feel personally attacked, like, my Second Amendment is being taken away.
Governor Polis has indicated if the bill comes to his desk, he will sign it. If so, Colorado would join more than a dozen states that already have a similar measure. Live in Lakewood, Rick Salinger, covering Colorado First at Bristol Shooting Center.